What's up, guys? I got another emblem for you guys. It's uh, from one of the most popular games right now, Fortnite Battle Royale. And I made a llama emblem. It does take quite a bit of layers, but I mean, if you have the patience to make this, it really can come out great. And yeah, uh, pretty much want to start off with a suitcase or whatever you want to completely fill the background with white. And then you take... Okay, so hold up. So there's going to be a lot of whites covering it. Like this white square. You're going to have to cover this up a little bit. So that's going to be at 12. You're going to have at 13, you're going to have a half circle that's stretched out for white. Or it's white again. You're also going to want kind of like a quarter. What is this one called? A scoop. It's called the scoop. You're gonna want that piece right here, like by the ears. Then that should be, that should be the last white piece. And from there, you are going to want to get a, what is this, like a half pipe kind of thing? Pretty sure it's called half column. You're going to take that. For the colors, you're going to want like a magenta pinkish color. So the pretty much the center pink one for the first color, and then for the second color, you're going to want the brightest pink possible. And then the split for the slider is going to be 27. It's just going to be a radial. So a radial gradient at 27. Then you're going to want to have... You're going to use golf flag about a couple times. You're going to... You don't have to stretch it out or anything. If you really want to, you can, but I didn't stretch it out. But it's... you use the brightest pinkish, purple, magenta, whatever color you want to consider it. It's going to be a gradient, so you're going to want the first one to be the brightest magenta, purplish, and then the second color you're going to want the darkest purple, darkest magenta purple. Set that to 100. It's going to be have the exact same one except without the gradient, and you're going to want the brightest pink. I'm going to set that. Then you're going to have trapezoid, or not trapezoid. I think this is called trapezoid, right? Oh, it's called lampshade. You're going to want this. It's going to be a gradient again. You're going to want to get like the fourth pink down, and then a white with a gradient of 59 on the slider. Then you're going to take this shape, which I think is called a quarter panel or something like that. Pie slice. Okay, you're going to take the pie slice shape, and you're going to make that like a magenta pinkish color. You're going to have a smile outline, and it's going to have a gradient of black and like a light gray, keeping it at 50. Then you're going to have, and yeah, that's at max opacity. You're going to make another one of those, but you're going to want to make it just black, no gradient, at an opacity at 29. Then you're going to have a curved line with a dark blue gradient with a lighter blue, and you're gonna want that at 54 or somewhere around there if you want. Then you're gonna take a regular circle, make it a gradient. Then you're gonna want to use like a light blue. Like a not like a turquoise, but like a sky blue. And then white. Keep it at 50 for the gradient slider. Then you'll take, it's called the KISS emblem. That's, you stretch it out a little bit, or really wide actually, and then put it at 58% opacity. And this one is not a gradient, this is just white. Oh, I accidentally made a gradient, but color picker. This is just gonna be white. And you're gonna have a white square just to cover the shape up. Otherwise it's gonna you're gonna have all this sticking out, so you just want to line it up to the neck pretty much. It's okay if it has that little bump. You can try and fix that later here. That's gonna be this little bump right here. Yeah, something like that. And then or recurve line 54 on the slider, dark blue with a light blue. And then you're gonna have this circle which is gonna have a gradient with a light blue or dark blue inside, whatever blue you want to use, but I specifically used, like, it was this blue, I think. No, it was this blue with white, keeping it at 50, and it's a radial, not a linear. Then you're gonna want to do a white kiss, keeping it white, no gradient, 58% opacity. Then you're gonna take a white rounded square. It's just white, nothing special to it. You're gonna take a half circle that's also white, keep it or put it up here on that head. Then to get like the blue, like kind of saddle type of thing that like connects to it, you're gonna do a dark blue and a light blue, 75% gradient slider, and you're gonna want to stretch it out a little bit to make it tall, and then you're gonna want to put it right here, somewhere around here, because that's gonna be on the nose, kind of, or on the mouth, to restrain it. And then you're going to take the shape called shield. That's gonna be a dark blue, and then you're gonna have another one of those, which is gonna have a gradient with blue and purple, keeping it at 50. You're gonna want a black circle. It's just gonna be black, but it's gonna have a opacity of 34%. You're gonna stretch that out, put that over here. There's just going to be a half circle stretched out, make it magenta pink color. You really don't have to put it there, but I put it there. Then you're going to take a light pink circle, stretch it out, make it like an oval. And then you're going to take another circle that's going to be purple, a little bit darker purple, like this one. And have it a little bit over. So this is going to be the outline of it, but it's going to be a thin outline. Then you're going to have this purple, which is going to be right on top of that outline. And then you're going to have like a cream color or like a beige sandy. And that's going to be the lightest orange. Nothing special added to that. And then what I did for just effect, I used Splat, which is in the patterns. It's the 39th one in the patterns. Stretched it out a little bit and then put it on top of the eye. Then I'd use Curved Line. Made it purple. And then had 75% gradiency. And had it at 50% opacity. And you just put a black circle right there for the people. Just for effect, I put some like light. It's a pattern called Shattered. It's the 9th one. You shouldn't have to go down that much. But it's called Shattered. You put that 50% gradient. Or no gradient, 50% opacity. Then you're going to have a half circle. That's going to be, or not half circle. You're going to have a half column that's stretched out wide. Put that on top of the head, like right there. Then for the ears, you're going to want to use golf flag. You're going to want to use this 4 times, I think. Yeah, I think I use it like 4 times. You're going to want to have these a little bit of gradient for the second one. And the first one is just going to be purple. Like this purple. And then this one is going to be a gradient of one of the brightest pink and a dark purple. Keeping that at 100 for a slider. You're going to want a quarter circle. Having it purple. And stretch it out. That's what this is going to be right here. This is just going to be more shadowing for it. You're going to take a scoop. Has same color. Or maybe a little bit darker. And then put it right next to it. Then you'll take a smile outline, which is right next to the heart in the tool section. You're going to widen that out a lot. That's going to be the same purple as the other 2 that you use right here. Or somewhere around there for the purple. Then you'll take a scoop again. You're going to kind of want to drag it out a little bit just so it's covering like the remains that are sticking out. You're going to want to cover that out. This is going to be used with the white background, so just make it white or whatever color you want to use, but it looks best with white. Take a rectangle medium, which is in the tool section towards like the second to last line. It's the second one on there. And then you're going to take this, make it purple again, and then have it at 52% opacity. You're going to take a quarter circle and make it black, put the opacity at 23, and then you're going to put these just over the line by the top of the head kind of area. And then we're going to work on the Victory Royale sign. So you're going to want to take a fedora, is what it's called. You're going to want to make it dark blue. It's going to be a bunch of like gradient colors. So you're going to want to take this dark blue and then put it right here or somewhere around there, relatively in that area. You're going to take a broken column and then make it the same color, line it up a little bit. And then you're going to take another one of those broken columns. And make all those 3 dark blue. Then you're going to take another gradient of fedora. Make it a light blue. They're both going to be light blue. Or like kind of like a turquoise. You can make it brighter like that. Yeah, it's going to be a 50-50. Then you're going to take a broken column again. That way it's going to have like the blue on top of it. And you're going to want to make it not the darkest blue, but the second to last darkest blue. And then or not blue, turquoise. And then you're going to want to take the darkest turquoise and then put that as a secondary color, make it 50-50. Then for the hashtag, you're going to want to work on, or you're going to want a cross, or it's actually called plus. You're going to take 4 of those, make a hashtag, make them black for the background, and then take 4 more, make it yellow. I specifically use this yellow, but you can use whatever yellow you want. I think this yellow looks the best though, so I used the 4 yellows right there. Gave them a little bit of a black outline. Then I took a number 1, made it black, stretched it out a little bit to stretch it however your liking is. And then you take another one, make it kind of like a darker yellow. It's going to be a gradient. And then you're going to want to take a really bright, like a manila type of color, or like something like that, cream colored. Make it, have it at 50 gradient slider. Then you're going to want to spell out Victory Royale. This one's not that hard. Just you're gonna have plenty of layers left over. Pretty sure you can just figure that on your own. But you're gonna want those all white. Make it kind of small. Line it up to however you like it. And yeah, that's it. It's a little bit of a process, but if you really commit to it, it comes out pretty good. So yeah, if you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, comment any other things you want me to try to make, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.